With us now, Virginia Governor Bob McDonnell. He is chairman of the Republican Governors Association. It's a pleasure to have you in the broadcast. Welcome.
Thanks, Charlie.
So where does this go now? Are conservatives prepared to back the nominee?
Absolutely.
The likely nominee.
I think he's the nominee,
Yes,
and I've been supporting him for a couple of months. I think he's the best candidate we've had because he can appeal to independent voters. He's got a great record in the private sector, creating jobs. He did a great job in Massachusetts, cutting spending, cutting deficits, balancing a budget. I mean, the things that are wrong in Washington right now, Romney's got a record of getting things done. So I think the enthusiasm will quickly pick up. People will unify now around Mitt Romney because their goal is to win the presidency, and I think conservatives, independents, clear-thinking moderates are going to get behind Mitt Romney quickly, and it's going to, now that it's head-to-head, I think the differences in the visions and the records of these two candidates are going to come to light quickly.
For a moment, staying within your party, what should Rick Santorum do now?
Well, I think he's done
what he has to do?
I think he has. He ran a very spirited campaign with very limited financial resources, worked hard, brought a lot of energy and volunteers to the party. I think him getting out at this time is the right thing.
And what role can he play?
I think he can get enthusiastically behind Mitt Romney, ask all of his supporters, both fiscal and social conservatives, to enthusiastically get behind Mitt Romney, work for him, and keep their eyes on the big prize, which is winning the presidency, but more importantly, governing well for America to get us out of this debt and deficit and this vision for higher taxes and bigger government. Rick Santorum is a great messenger for that, and he can bring a lot of people in to say, let's get Mitt Romney
enthusiastic support.
Absolutely.
There's been a lot of talk, of course, about the eventual vice presidential nominee. You have said you're not asking for the call, and I'm quoting here, but it would be a tremendous honor. You'd be very interested. If you did get that call, what would you bring to the ticket?
Well, I think I'm going to let you experts pontificate about that. I'm not looking. I got the job held by Thomas Jefferson and Patrick Henry, governor of Virginia. Doesn't get any better than that. We're getting a lot of big things done, balancing budgets and so forth.
So then in that vein, what do you think then the ultimate VP pick should have? What is the most important thing for them to bring to the ticket? Because, as you said, the goal here is to defeat President Obama.
Well, the nominee's got to decide that, but I think it's got to be someone who's got the same vision of Mitt Romney, that's going to focus on jobs and deficit reduction and a comprehensive vision for energy, and can bring people together. I mean, I think we've got a president that's been dividing the country on everything from men versus women to rich versus the middle class. I mean, we don't need that. We need people that are going to say, we're all Americans. We can do better than what we've done, and let's find a way to get together and work as Americans to make the greatest country on the earth even better. That's what they need. We need a positive, optimistic vision for America. But ultimately, as that's up to the nominee, I'm perfectly happy being governor of Virginia.
President Obama yesterday, I think, raised the analogy of the Lyndon Johnson race against Barry Goldwater, that this will be the clearest choice since then. And that was a race that resulted in an overwhelming victory for Lyndon Johnson.
I would say that certainly going into the race 4 years ago, it was well known President Obama was the most liberal member of the United States Senate. I think he's governed like that with more big government, whether it's been health care, more taxes. He's done virtually nothing, Charlie, to get us out of this crushing and unsustainable and really immoral debt. $16 trillion. His budget would get us to 25 by the year 2021. No vision on energy. Jobs over 8% unemployment rate for 38 consecutive months. That's not a very good record to run on. So I think clearly Governor Romney coming in with a great record of 100,000 jobs created at Bain Capital, or reducing $3 billion in deficits as governor of Massachusetts. I mean, these are real-life accomplishments.
Is Virginia
that can contrast.
in play?
Absolutely. Poll came out yesterday, had Romney up by 6. Others have it a little bit closer, but I certainly think it's going to be competitive, but I expect Romney to win. The last 3 election cycles in Virginia, I won by 18. We've had other races Republicans have won. I think it's tilting back to its right-of-center orientation. I expect Romney to win Virginia. But it's going to take a lot of hard work. President Obama's a great campaigner. He's going to raise a lot of money. But I think the issues, which are jobs, economy, taxes, spending, deficits, energy, all favor the Republicans this time.
Governor, thank you for joining us.
Thanks for having me on.
Pleasure to have you.
Appreciate it, Charlie. Thanks,
nice to have you here.